quiet but powerful moment inside the palace has royal watchers talking. A portrait of Catherine has just appeared in one of the most prominent spaces inside a royal residence, and the person responsible for placing it there is none other than Princess Anne, known for her no-nonsense approach and deep loyalty to crown, and rarely makes symbolic gestures unless they carry meaning. That's why this move is drawing intense attention across the royal world. For many observers, the positioning of Catherine's portrait isn't just decoration, it's a statement. Inside royal palaces, where every object and every placement follows tradition, moving a portrait into a prime position can send a message about respect, hierarchy, and support. And this particular placement is being interpreted as one of the clearest signals yet of Catherine's growing influence within the royal family. Main story. The portrait now sits in a highly visible area that visitors and senior royal guests pass through regularly. This is not a quiet hallway or a private sitting room tucked away from view. It is a space historically reserved for portraits of the most respected and significant members of the royal household. Those familiar with palace traditions know that these placements are rarely random. Every portrait displayed in such locations is carefully chosen and approved, reflecting status, recognition, and legacy within the institution. Princess Anne has long been known as one of the most respected figures within the royal family. Often called the hardest-working royal, she has spent decades carrying out engagements with little interest in publicity or drama. Because of her reputation for seriousness and duty, even small gestures from and carry weight. That is why insiders say the decision to display Catherine's portrait in such a prime palace location is being interpreted as a deliberate show of support. For years, Catherine has quietly built a reputation of her own, from championing early childhood development initiatives to representing the monarchy on major international visits. She has steadily strengthened her position as one of the most important figures in the modern royal family. Her public image has also been carefully cultivated. Elegant, composed, and dedicated to royal duty, Catherine has become one of the most admired members of the monarchy worldwide. Poll after poll consistently ranks her among the most popular royals. But palace symbolism matters just as much as public approval. Within the royal residences, portraits serve as a visual record of the monarchy's evolving story. When a portrait is given a prominent placement, it often reflects recognition not just of the individual, but of their role in shaping the future of the institution. And that is exactly why this moment has sparked such conversation among royal watchers. Princess Anne's decision suggests that Catherine's importance is not only acknowledged publicly, but deeply respected within the family itself. Some observers believe the placement reflects Catherine's increasing role as a central pillar of the monarchy's future. As the royal family continues to modernize and adapt to changing public expectations, figures like Catherine are seen as crucial to maintaining stability and continuity. Her calm demeanor and strong work ethic have earned praise from many royal insiders. They often describe her as someone who understands the balance between tradition and modernization, something the monarchy increasingly relies on. Princess Anne, who has witnessed decades of royal transitions, is known to value dedication and commitment above all else. Her quiet endorsement through this portrait placement speaks volumes. It also highlights a generational connection within the royal family, and represents the older generation of royals who grew up with a deep sense of duty instilled by Queen Elizabeth II. Catherine, meanwhile, represents the next chapter of the monarchy, bringing a modern touch while respecting royal tradition. Seeing and recognize Catherine in such a visible way signals a bridge between those generations. Royal historians point out that moments like this often happen quietly inside palace walls, rather than during public ceremonies. A portrait placement might seem small on the surface, but within royal culture it can carry enormous significance. Guests walking to the palace corridors will now see Catherine's portrait displayed alongside other notable figures in royal history. That placement reinforces her status as a key figure within the monarchy. Some insiders say the move also reflects how deeply Catherine has earned the trust of senior royals. Over the years, she has navigated intense media scrutiny while maintaining composure and loyalty to the institution. Her approach has often been described as patient and strategic. Rather than rushing into the spotlight, she gradually took on responsibilities, building confidence among both the public and the palace establishment. Princess Anne, known for her sharp judgment, appears to recognize that effort. Another factor fueling discussion is the timing of the portrait's placement. Moments like these rarely happen without careful thought, whether intentional or coincidental. The move arrives during a period when the monarchy is facing heightened global attention and ongoing discussions about its future. In times like these, subtle gestures can reinforce unity within the royal household by prominently displaying Catherine's portrait and maybe emphasizing stability and continuity. It's a reminder that the monarchy's future leadership is already being recognized and supported within the family. Visitors who recently toured the palace reportedly noticed the portrait immediately, positioned where natural light highlights it. The artwork captures Catherine in a poised and confident moment. The image itself reflects the qualities that have come to define her public role: grace, composure, and quiet strength. Royal art experts say portrait placement inside palaces often follows a hierarchy that reflects importance within the institution. Prime locations are usually reserved for monarchs, heirs, and figures who have played significant roles in royal history. Seeing Catherine placed among such company is being interpreted as a symbolic step forward in her royal journey. It's also worth noting that Princess Anne rarely participates in symbolic gestures designed to attract attention. Her style has always been understated, focused purely on duty. That is exactly why this moment is resonating so strongly. Observers believe its action reflects genuine respect rather than ceremonial obligation. For Catherine, the moment marks another milestone in her evolution from royal newcomer to central figure within the monarchy. Years ago, when she first joined the royal family, many questioned how she would adapt to the intense pressures of royal life. Over time, those doubts have largely faded as she demonstrated resilience, professionalism, and dedication. Today, she is widely viewed as one of the monarchy's most dependable and respected representatives. The placement of her portrait in such a prestigious location serves as a visual reminder of how far she has come. Royal insiders often say that influence within the palace isn't measured only by titles or headlines. It is also reflected in the quiet acknowledgments made by other senior royals. Princess Anne's decision appears to be one of those acknowledgments. It suggests that Catherine's role in shaping the monarchy's future is not only expected by the public, but recognized by the family members who understand the institution best. As discussions about the monarchy's next chapter continue, moments like this highlight the individuals who will carry its traditions forward. And for many observers, Catherine stands firmly among them. The simple act of placing a portrait may seem minor at first glance, but inside the royal world it can speak volumes. Princess Anne's decision to display Catherine in such a prime palace position has quickly become one of the most talked about royal gestures. Whether seen as a show of support, recognition of Catherine's influence, or a quiet signal about the monarchy's future, the message is clear. Her role within the royal family continues to grow stronger. And if this moment is any indication, the palace itself may already be acknowledging just how important Catherine has become to the future of the crown.